Welcome, Ireland fans. Another evening where we get to talk football. EPL may be over, but Ireland fans is still going. And coming off of the great watch along that we had last Saturday, I want to thank all the fans for the support. The views get higher and higher day by day. And it was a great day for me, at least, Lord of mercy. It was, but all in all, the watch along was well supported. And for our first one, I gotta say it was a success. I gotta say it was a massive success, and we have plans to do a lot more watch alongs. Hopefully, a lot bigger. So I want to thank everyone that supported it. The pre-game show, big ups to Memphis and Munchie, and for pulling
Lamar.
what and Lamar what they needed in the pre-game show. Thank you for that. That was much appreciated. And also, the post-game analysis as well. So thank Moy for being able to do that, even though he was in mourning. We do appreciate that. One for the team, definitely. So how's everybody doing? I see a Pemberton in the corner. They are smiling away. The man got some blue headphones. I know. If there's a connection there. Champions of Europe, Pemberton. Let's start with
Yeah.
you, man. How you feeling, man? How you feeling?
Feeling good. I'm feeling good, man. How was it
Feeling good.
to feel? Trophy, 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 trophy. That is what it counts. That is what
Yeah.
counts, bro.
Yeah, definitely. So from a neutral perspective, before I get to more, skill, coming off of that game there, I mean, did you get what you wanted from a neutral perspective? Did you see everything you wanted to see?
Definitely. Well, I got to see Moy cry.
Oh
That
wow.
previous,
Okay.
yeah.
Damn. Oh my goodness.
But
Right out the bat. Okay,
but
Mhm.
good.
to say all that to say,
Uh-huh.
when you're on this topic, I'm only here for the comments.
Okay, all right. Shaq, from a tactical analysis, man. What do you got to say from Tuchel's perspective? If you're Tuchel sitting down at home right now, are you feeling pretty good about it, or you just lucky? Which one?
Oh, no, no, no. I think Tuchel planned it right down to the T. I think this is one of the games Tuchel will look back on, when he's bored, to just cheer
Mm,
him up. Or when he's sad, he can look back at his game and say, look at this, and everything down to the T. No, I'm not taking anything away from Tuchel, because I was gonna say maybe Pep played it in a bit into his hands, but I think that what Tuchel plan was going forward, going into the
mm-hmm,
game, I think it was
mm-hmm.
spot on.
Yeah, definitely. Spot on from him. Memphis, you're a United fan, but I'm assuming you're backing Chelsea in this particular game. What were your feelings when the final whistle blew, the game was done, 1-0 Chelsea?
I wasn't back in Chelsea. I actually wanted both teams to lose, but
So me, bro.
it, but at the final I think it was a decent game. I wanted
Hmm.
more goals, to be honest. But
Hmm.
Timo said otherwise.
True.
Because
True.
Chelsea could have had like 4 goals.
And
But
Chance
City.
in the first half.
I don't know about the City part. Easily.
Wait, you don't know about the what part?
I don't know about the City part. Didn't I
Oh,
just one
City
shot them
part.
one
Okay.
check?
All right. Yeah,
That
okay.
is all that you were telling us pre-show about Timo and City.
What's that though?
They said Manchester City shot
Oh,
on target.
Manchester City had the same amount of shots on target as Timo Werner
The whole team.
for the whole
Ooh,
game.
interesting. Very
The whole
interesting
game.
stats.
And Timo got subbed.
Okay. Wow. Eee, okay. All right, Moy. Is Pep's legacy dead? Actually, forget that. Forget that question, right? Let me ask you personally, man. I was there with you.
Hashtag
If y'all want to
player.
see it, go back, check the watch along. If you haven't seen it, go through minute by minute, moment by moment, all the feelings that are going through Moy. When the final whistle blew, Chelsea players are rushing the field. Moy's face is in his jersey. It's something to see. So go back and check it out. Right, definitely live. All right, but go ahead, Moy. Talk to us, man. 7 minute stoppage time. You, you didn't get what you wanted, man. What's going through your mind? What's going through your heart? What are you feeling?
I mean, losing it on the day the Saturday it hurts, but
Mm,
I think I felt it a little more on the Sunday when you woke up and then it actually hits you that you lost. Your
Yeah,
first ever Champions League final, you're going to social media, seeing all these memes,
been
and
there
then you
twice.
know all those things like you know. But if it's one time, I can actually agree and say that Pep overthinked it. In the Champions League would have been this one because I really thought that a holding midfielder would be in all means necessary, and he didn't. And it was clearly seen when Fernandinho came on, the game changed a little because that is what we were needed. But then in all aspect, I mean, there's not a positive I can bring from City in this one. As much as I'm trying to find it, there's not one to bring forward because City was flat. We were lackluster. It was anything you want to describe it. It's just that because Mahrez, Sterling, our wingers, they were no show. And I think someone was making the case and all that in an interview. I think the interview that Pep had with Rio, that Pep basically was telling about how Tuchel was playing with Chelsea and the midfielders how they would compact. And then they were making a comparison saying Pep already knew about this, but then he seemed to just play it straight in his hand and you just let Tuchel take this one and there wasn't much change. But I mean, in all fairness, congratulations to Chelsea. There's nothing else much you can say. You just have to regroup and go again for next season.
So you're
Regroup.
saying then, so Pep in then because there's some people, some very notable Man City fans were saying Pep out. So I mean, are you one of
Yeah.
those?
Nah, I'm still saying Pep in because in I mean, you're looking at the managers and all the Pep has done for Man City so far. He has basically built a legacy for Manchester City to say that we can have certain things to blog about rather than other persons, getting
Mm.
this disrespect all the time. But in the same disrespectful aspect, I would say unless Manchester City, until we finally win that Champions League that we have been always hoping for, that the disrespect will always be coming to us until we win it. That's the only how that the disrespect would not
Oh
would not
man.
be there anymore. But I'm still saying Pep in. We go
Hmm.
get some more signings and
Hmm.
come back and challenge again next season.
What's all the smilings for? Since I came on, I see all of the teeth. Y'all supposed to be focusing on more. Your more has to say.
Munchie, Munchie, Munchie. 3-0 at halftime, Munchie. Talk to me, Munchie. Tell us after halftime, you're like, oh well, we're still gonna beat them. I gotta say, man, um, you know what? You know what? I'm trying not to be a United fan. As much as I have on this jersey, right? I'm trying not to be. So I'm just gonna say, Pemberton. Does it feel though like the Man City fans, right, are taking? They're basically saying they made the mistake and that you didn't beat them. It sounds like to me like well, you know what, if we'd have played Fernandinho or if we'd have played Rodri, y'all would have banged you. But I mean Conte, Mason, Mount, Havertz. Talk to me, Pevington. Did you win this or did they lose this? Which one?
Somebody said Mason Mount just
Of
now.
course, we won it. They can't take that away from us. We won it. I mean, it's not like it went to penalties or anything. We scored. They didn't. So we won.
Mm-hmm.
Early in the show, like I think was last week, when y'all were judging me about my quotes, I said City fans they do a lot of talking, but and when the day comes, you can't find them. Look how long it took us to find Munchie half the game.
Wow.
So I
Keep
mean, I
talking. Keep
mean,
talking.
you could call it a tactical error by Pep, but at the end of the day, it's the side he put out. It's a side that was capable of winning the game. It's not like
Yeah.
he had youth players on the field. So I mean, I think they shouldn't try to take it away from us and say, "Oh, Fernandinho should have started, Sterling shouldn't have played." At the end of the day, they're all players capable of winning a game. So Chelsea won that. City didn't lose it. Chelsea won it.
Okay,
I
Okay.
okay,
don't know.
okay.
I don't
So
know where that
so
topic coming from
nope.
because that wasn't the topic that it was on City. Y'all won. We was just talking about where you went wrong for us. Nobody said that they're taking it away from you. I don't know where that coming from.
So nobody has
I was
Munchie
just
now.
answering the question.
I know, I know.
I mean, but look,
So
that's what
Munchie
I
now.
was saying. Well, on the Munchie, that's what I was saying. You know that if you look at the game, yes, City could have done this, but like Pemberton said, this team that City put out could have thrashed this Chelsea team, and then it would be a Pep masterclass.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, it would have been.
I'll give Chelsea their props on the day, man. On the day, because you
Yeah.
can see they did well, especially Reece James versus what you call it? What about name? Sterling. I mean, when you look
Yeah.
at it, you know, like why Pep went to Gabriel Jesus before Aguero. I mean, there are obvious questions that I would like to ask Pep. Why didn't Ferran Torres get a run over Gabriel Jesus? Why didn't Cancelo come on?
When
Yeah.
they were allowed 5
Yeah,
subs,
there's a
right?
lot of questions. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How would Munchie answer some of those questions, Munchie? He started out saying Pep out, but it seems like your stuff here is saying Pep not out yet. Can you answer a lot of those questions that that Shaq said? You know, why didn't some of those players come on or even start? You know, was this team good enough to win?
For okay, I'm not being petty or anything, but those are questions you gotta ask the manager. You can't really ask me because
Ooh, okay.
if the fans are to say, like that team would have went out. So let me just start off by this. Congratulations to the Chelsea fans on winning the
Aw.
2021 Champions League in Europe. Congrats to members of the panel who won something this season. Congrats. So yeah, Shaq, I see your hand. Thank you. Skill, I don't know if you're scratching your head or your hands up by mistake, but please put it down.
Yo,
That's
yo,
Um,
Munchie,
so
Munchie, you have,
yes.
Munchie, you have
Let me
to talk.
talk. Let me talk.
Wait,
Let me
man,
talk.
wait, man,
Let
you
me
All
talk.
right,
trouble
De
me.
Bruyne.
You trouble me.
Let me talk.
My hand,
Miami
my
get
hand half
substitutes right
up.
now.
You see the hand? My
So
hand made the
yes.
Champions League position.
Okay. So let me talk now. Yes. The preview to this Champions League game. Let me ask a question to Pemberton. Pemberton, where you gave a lineup for the game before the actual final. You got your lineup, right?
Yeah. I got my
You were
lineup.
satisfied. Okay. Moy and I gave a
Yeah. We
lineup,
won.
right? No, listen to me. Moy and I gave a lineup.
Yeah.
We didn't get it, right? Don't say I'm using this as an excuse, but I'm just saying we didn't get the lineup that the whole footballing world would expect and the City fans would have preferred, right? Before I came on the show, I heard Shaq said like Tuchel already knew his plan going into the game or whatever. If you look at it, that's the same team Tuchel played throughout his Champions League campaign. So Tuchel didn't do any tweaking. Tuchel just say, "Hey, you guys, this is the team we've been playing throughout the champ that beats the Real Madrids, the Atletico Madrids." You understand what I'm saying? So you guys just go out and just do the same thing. Why couldn't Pep have that mindset? Right? I know you guys are gonna say, is using it as an excuse, but it's not an excuse. If you've been winning with a team, why are you going and change it just because you're saying, this team just started? No, you came this far with this set of players, this group of players, this set 11, win, lose, or draw with that 11, right?
Yeah, but Munchie, wouldn't you say though that Pep knows more than you, all right? And if Pep knows more than you, then he, in his tactical analysis, put out a team that he confidently thought could beat Chelsea. He thought so.
Okay,
You know?
let me ask you this,
So
Josh.
why would you think that your lineup is better than his? The man, no,
Okay, let me ask you this, Josh. Okay, let me ask you this, Josh. If Kovacic would have started in front instead of Kante, right? And City beat them, like ran over them to the midfield and everything, what would have been the first thing everyone would have said? What would have been the first
Container start.
Why didn't Candy start? Well, one of the
Okay.
things. At least.
So
Mhm.
why couldn't that be the same for us?
But hold on, I
See
have
the
a question.
first question you said. So why can't we make that same suggestion towards our team? Although, as I say, the team put out was strong enough and capable enough of winning a game, yes. But still, you have your strengths and your weaknesses in a team. One player can change the dynamic of a team. One player can change the dynamic of a team, right?
So you're telling me,
And
so
the
you're telling
players
me
start on Saturday.
the team that Pep put out could not beat that Chelsea team.
It could have. It could have. But
So
as
he
I
wasn't wrong
said,
then.
they've
He
been
wasn't wrong
playing.
then.
Listen. No. Listen.
Mhm.
They've been playing the predicted lineup throughout the whole season. They beat PSG, Dortmund, with that 11. Now you're going into the final. Mind you, after the Everton game, they actually started training differently. Because watch now, Sterling is going to play on the left. Gundogan is playing holding midfield. How you think Foden now has to operate? After Fernandinho came on, you saw a different Foden in terms of how he's going at the game. Because
Yeah, but to
now
be
he has a
fair,
more free role.
but to be fair, now you're chasing the game. Now you have to score, so it's different tactics altogether. You have
No.
guarantee. You have no guarantee that if you started the game that way, that'd be the case. No guarantee at all.
No. Listen. When you have, okay, let me join this Manchester United thing now. When Bruno is up the field and he attacks, when he loses the ball, his urgency to get back or his urgency to say he's going to win the ball is very low because what? He knows he has Scott and Fred behind here. That was a different case when City doesn't have Fernandinho per se. I wouldn't say Rodri too much because I think Fernandinho is more mobile than Rodri. But when they know, okay, hey, Gundogan behind here, he's gonna need help because he can't make certain tackles. He's gonna, you understand what I'm saying? So it's a different urgency in terms of the player you have behind you. Foden now gonna say maybe the tackles were, hey, Pep told Foden, hey, when we lose the ball, try and get back as close to Gundogan to help him out, cut out this. But if you have Fernandinho behind it, you're more confident saying, hey, this guy is gonna throw some tackles, this guy is gonna clean them up, this guy is gonna win back that ball and get it back to us right away. We don't have to do that 60-yard sprint or 60-yard dash to get back behind the ball and whatever. We know we have that guy who's capable of doing that work. But with Gundogan behind it now, it's a total different thing. Not that Gundogan can't do it, but it's just literally totally different. So back to my point when I asked you guys the question, if Kovacic would have started and Kante was on the bench, you see the first question you say, why hasn't Kante started? So why can't we City fans say, why hasn't Fernandinho started?
So who wasn't supposed to play then?
Sterling.
Who wasn't supposed to play?
Sterling.
M1 thing.
M1
Alright.
real?
so that's it.
Let me jump in here. Let me jump in here because I think I asked. I think it was the same Monchi that we were asking about on Thursday whether or not he think that those two losses coming into this game, the Tuchel handed Pep, would let Pep do some kind of stripping in his head, because I think everybody thought, like he rightfully said, that the teams that he beat in the Champions League, we saw that was his team going forward. But I think that even if he won maybe the game in the Premier League, maybe he would have still played his regular Champions League team. So I don't know the inclusion of Sterling, where that came from. It's like Pep was, I don't even know what Pep was thinking.
He came out and made a statement saying, sorry to cut you off. Came out and said, because you don't know the reporter's gonna ask him, why did Sterling start? I think he came out and said, we know the team that we were up against and we wanted to play a different way, and Sterling has the ability to make us play that.
Exactly.
Exactly.
No.
That's my point. Because don't forget the fact, right? Sterling had an excellent chance early in the game. If he'd take down that ball a little better, it'd be a different game. It'd be 1-0 City. So the plan could have worked. So obviously he had a plan, and he still executed it when he had the chance, then you'd be talking a different story now. It'd be masterclass Pep. Wow. Out of
Just
form Sterling
Sterling.
comes out and wins.
Yeah, he
Even if
just said
Sterling,
out of
if
form.
City versus Bendals and Sterling start, I'm upset. This season, it was this season. I'm
Wow.
upset. His confidence is
Wow.
at the ground, bro. I don't know if you guys watched the Everton game. Sterling could have scored a hat trick versus Everton, and you're telling me you saw how that guy performed that game, and you admit he in the game because he has pace. So why not start Ferran Torres? Ferran Torres is excellent, has excellent form in Champions League for City's champion this season. So
Skill. Go ahead,
and
skill.
yes,
Skill gets
he's
in there. Go
he's
ahead,
the
skill.
best finisher at City. I'm not gonna stop saying that. I see this guy finish, and this guy can finish. So
All right, Munchie.
that makes me back to my point. With Sterling inclusion, that changed the dynamic of the front three. Like Foden differs, De Bruyne role differs, Gundogan role differs, Mahrez role is like a totally different dynamic.
Monchi, in all fairness, I remember you said in every game you have Pep has a different style of play in different type of players in who he should play. Depends on the team, correct?
Say that again. You what?
Depends on the team that he's playing. He has a set of players in which he plays for that particular team, correct?
Not necessarily. No,
Hmm.
not
Yeah,
necessarily.
no, I heard that from many City fans and
Yeah.
analysts.
I see his point that you adjust the team according to who you're playing. And I guess he figured that that's the best team for Chelsea. But let me get some of the comments in.
He,
Goodwin here saying, Andrew was saying, doesn't think rocket science. Most sensible football fans when he started to see the line, first question was, where is Fonadine and Rodri? I hear you, Joe, but I guess I just feel like it sounds, it's like, at the end of the game now, you're saying that because you lost. I don't think anybody will be saying this if you won. But anyway, Tory done say Pep now win no Champions League. Man done talk to the ancient elders. Man put a curse for you. Right,
Listen,
I
bro.
could go. I disrespect the man. So you go. All right.
Never tell him
And
a
then
happy
good with
birthday.
tell you boy. All I hear is excuses, 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 excuses. It cannot change, Munchie. If you had started Mendy, y'all would have won. Mendy would have gotten past Reece James. Ah, boy,
Mendy would attract
definitely.
Havertz.
That is true. You probably would have. Probably would have tracked Havertz there. But I mean, let's go back to the goal itself. Moy, talk to me. What happened with the goal? Who made a mistake with the goal? Because football is about mistakes, right?
Just one of them
I
FIFA gameplay. Because as Monty said on when we was doing the watch along, you just press that Y and the man gone. I mean, but there was such a big gap. I was watching like a slow replay to it, and they was saying like how Werner diverted wide to pull the defender away so that Havertz had that space for the true ball from Mount to get it. I mean, it was a good ball. You can't take any away from it, but it's so much
Please.
space. There was so much space. And I remember on the show, I was saying if the one thing that would have been this City downfall is a two ball like that, getting in behind or something like
yeah.
that. Not exactly the goal that I said that he would score in the FA Cup, but these two balls with the kind of and the pace that we know Chelsea has. Despite Werner not being in the best of form, or in front of goal, his runs alone is cause terrible. Um, causes a challenge for anyone. So that's a mistake from whoever, midfield, defense.
But
I have
John,
a
okay,
question. I have a
Go
question
ahead, Chuck.
from Paul.
wait. Let me.
Good. Let's go on top.
So, Moy, do you think if Kevin De Bruyne was still in the game, it would been different?
I I think so because I mean he might not see that that's how the game was intended to be when he was on the field still because he didn't really play anything either in that game. But then when you have players like this, you really can't count them out and in the they could change the game in a clip of a finger. Because I think with the changes Pep made also that I think De Bruyne needed to sit in that midfield and come to get the ball and create it from deep. But unfortunate events got uh, a wicked injury right there to rule him out the game. And it just went, you know,
But
downhill from there.
I gotta see what
I
Joe
agree.
said here. Joe said this. He says Werner created that space. Had it been a DM, I was about to say this actually. Had it been a DM, the centre backs wouldn't have had to come that far out. Maybe he would have, Fernandinho would have drifted into that spot, that space that was created there. Because of moving onto that space. Who knows?
Okay, my view on that goal. Exactly that, Josh. So Stones had to go and push with Werner, right?
Yeah.
And that left that gap. But then again, in Antiguan terms, obviously, Zinchenko was the ball watch. He literally they ball watch Zinchenko. We can't look away from the fact that Zinchenko was ball watching because he made Havertz run inside of him and got goal side. And if you
True.
can see on the goal, he's literally just behind Havertz. He saw when Havertz fly to him, and he even looked up and see that space, that danger, and he just casually hey, if anything, I'll just blame Stones because he stepped out of and try go on. That's how I see it. But then again, as you said, if a defensive midfield was there, especially even Fernandinho, that wouldn't have happened because Fernandinho now would actually stick on the central striker or whoever's playing central, whether it would have been Havertz or Werner, and that would have been taken care of in a kind of way, and then the defense wouldn't have to constantly be stepping, because sometime in the game, Gundogan isn't even in front of the defense per se. He's actually up forward, and when he's up forward now, who's the next two midfielders there? De Bruyne and Foden. So that's why I'm saying the dynamic of the team changed, because now if Gundogan push forward, De Bruyne now would have to have the sense, hey, let me drop back and hold a little because Gundogan is already here. Or Foden say, hey, let me don't push forward too much in case of counter attack and our midfield gets scarred out. That's what I'm saying from the start. The one player can change the dynamic of the team.
How come no hate on Foden? I mean, Foden should have finished that chance, man. Don't you think? Look more composure.
Good block, man.
Which one? The Rudiger chance?
The Rudiger chance, yeah.
Wait, you really call that no hate on Foden?
I'm just saying, could Foden
that was a brilliant back by Rudiger. What else could have done? It's like a quick second like that. The hate, only hate should have been there was on Raheem. That's a poor first touch. That's why I'm coming back to my statement. This guy confidence level is very low.
Okay. But then
this season,
Drew, you talk about how you play Champions League final. And not go ahead. You say something dear Permitin? Permitin?
No, I was saying why you think Sterling confidence low?
Not
you
why.
Hear me, yeah?
It's obvious. Like, I don't know if you've been watching City games.
One of your best players in the beginning of the season.
In the beginning of the season,
Sterling was pretty much one of your best players in the beginning of the season. So
why
right
now?
No,
it
was all.
He's one of the most hated persons on Man City right now.
It has always been Foden, bro.
But why?
It has always been Foden.
His confidence level is down.
That's what
he's not
understand.
Yeah, that's my question. Why?
He's not performing like
it's since he come and team.
My question is why?
Don't even try that.
Limal, just answer the question.
Come on, man, that's bad for tourism. Why are you saying that?
Okay, read out Joe's comment there, cause
he did say that why not play the best DMs in football history? Experience trumps all. Okay, but then I gotta say something to Joe. Joe, if you're listening, this is for you. Joe was the first person to jump, and rightly so, on my attacking midfielders' performance in Europa League final, but yet just failed to mention at all De Bruyne for the whole night. He's talking about all kind of people, about Werner, about Pep, about lack of DM, but he hasn't mentioned anything about that. So maybe Joe can tell me exactly why there's a constant bias towards Kevin De Bruyne over Bruno. He's not even mentioned. So what do you say, Munchie, to De Bruyne's performance before the injury?
Again, let me say, okay, part of the
So
injury.
you're gonna blame the DM for that too. You're gonna blame the DM for that. To the lack of the DM is why De Bruyne didn't show up.
His gameplay changed. Like the whole City system changed. It changed, bro. It changed.
So he's not his fault for anything. So you want to blame Sterling?
Okay. Of course, he didn't play nothing. No, Josh. He didn't play nothing. Yes.
No,
I didn't say he didn't play anything.
Live there, bro. Live there. No. Live there a little
They
longer.
don't have to prove nothing to them. They just trying to get.
No, like for real, like
live there a little longer. No.
Honestly,
that's the only
just don't want to admit that.
No, and Memphis, you too, right?
Wait, what?
You're getting a Rashford case. We haven't mentioned at all for tonight. How what's his name? Chilwell pocket one of the best wingers for City right now. You haven't mentioned him, but you want to get a Rashford case. Talk to me.
Pocketed.
So no.
And he's supposed to be the man.
Hold on.
And he's supposed to be the man. I'm just saying, guys. I'm saying, y'all are giving City players a pass.
Hold on. I can guarantee you, Mahrez take on Chilwell less times than Rashford take on Foyt.
No, but at the point, did Mahrez show up?
Mahrez get about 3 touch.
Okay, Mahrez will make that point too. That is true. Mahrez, and every time the City wingers got the ball, they were double up. That's why I am putting much of my attention on Tuchel's tactics. Because when Sterling would pick up the ball, it's Aspilicueta and Reece James on him. And City weren't playing the ball quickly enough to move past that particular setup here from Chelsea. And the same thing happens on the other side.
Yeah, I think Man City came with this gameplay that they're going to use the wingers. And Tuchel just shut that shit out.
Okay, Sharp. I'm so glad you touched that. Back to my point of the dynamic of the team. With the introduction of Sterling, as you can see, Sterling literally just hugs the line, just stays on the line. So that makes it easier for Reece James. All Reece James has to do, just he didn't have to care who's behind him. All Reece James has to do, just go close to Sterling. If he controls, Aspilicueta is right there to shadow. That's what I'm saying. Mahrez and Sterling, they were playing like out and out wingers because of how the team now had set up. If it was the fluent first 9 front three with De Bruyne, Foden, and Mahrez, I'm not saying Chilwell wouldn't have still gotten the best of Mahrez, but what I'm saying, it wouldn't be that easy for Reece James to be tracking. He's got to be wondering, boy, who am I to pick up now? Who am I to this? Who's going to go to this? Who's going to step here?
I understand
your Sterling now, Sterling literally just stands up on the line. That's easy. That's baby stuff for Reece James. Literally baby stuff. Come on.
They were in that free motion in the front three that you're used to.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
But go back to Shaq's point.
And you're defending and me attack and I hardly get any touch, you pocket me, okay? That's all. That's all we see. We find pocket now. Because I don't know what's going make.
Like how Big Twin pocket more.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's the pocket.
No, but that's not the point. You did score.
I got touches.
You did score.
To do what I had to do, and I didn't do what I do. But if somebody don't get touches, how you going to say they pocket somebody?
Okay. Let's assume I don't know anything about
at least 50 million times.
And the pass.
Go ahead. Mahrez will come deep and collect it and try and make something happen. Mahrez is completely out. Mahrez sit on the line and wait for the ball come to him. So whose fault? Is the DM fault?
Okay. Let me ask you this.
Before you ask this question, I want to just throw something back at you, maybe just from a footballing perspective. Okay? If I am playing, Joshua Jonas is playing Mbappe, okay? Somebody pass Mbappe the ball. Doesn't Mbappe have to face me? Doesn't he have to face me and then beat me? So then now, are you telling me there was never a situation in the game when Mahrez faced Chilwell and Mahrez, I couldn't beat him, I have to pass it off?
I mean,
Is Morris squad?
he did beat Chilwell
Y'all
once,
tell me, no,
so
y'all tell me
you
get
can't say he
touches.
never beat
But
Chilwell.
no, but
How
I'm
is
asking a
that
question.
if the man
I'm
can't?
saying because he
Okay, yeah,
can't
you
pass
take
him. He
with
can't
Josh.
pass him. I'm just asking a
You take
question.
with. Okay,
If
you
I'm
take
asking a
with.
question, if Morris get the ball, right? And then Morris look up at Chilwell and then lays it back off to the CM. Whose fault is that? You can't blame Pep for that. Can you just congratulate Tuchel? Because Morris couldn't go anywhere. What was he
Okay,
gonna do?
let
Every
me
time you look
I
up,
mean,
you see
we
Kante,
can
you see
we
Chilwell.
can congratulate
okay,
Tuchel, but we're not gonna congratulate Chilwell like that.
Okay, all right, all
okay,
right. So
okay,
I bet
Josh,
you if it was me, Morris would have scored. I bet you if I was there, me, Joshua Jonas, or anybody on this panel, Morris would have scored. So I'm just saying,
It
that
wouldn't be.
game,
okay.
It
Josh,
wouldn't be.
I'm
let,
saying.
let me
I
let
guess
me
I
answer
guess
let me answer there,
what
Josh.
the
Wait,
panel is saying that is not pocketed.
Mm.
That is not a good game maybe versus him, but not pocketed.
Okay,
Go ahead,
so
Okay,
Monty.
Josh.
good man.
Yes,
That's
yes.
taking him to
With
the moon.
that, I'm seriously. You said if when he looks up, he sees Chilwell and Kante. If you look up, you receive a ball on the line, and you look up, you see the left wing back. You see this CDM next to the left wing back. And when you look behind him, you see this big black German. Tell me how and where you're gonna try and run out of them.
So in other words, you're saying you blame no.
Mares best game. Mares
So
best
you blame
game
Pep then. You
is
blame Pep then.
huh?
So you
Of
blame
course,
Pep for
but
putting Maris
it's
there.
no, I blame Pep in the setup of where he has Maris playing. As I say, the introduction of Sterling makes City play like out and out wingers. There's no fluidity in the front three. If
Okay, I
Mares
got
now
you. I got
would
you.
have
I got
actually been at least 40 yards up the field every time City has the ball, it would have been a different thing. Because now defenders now afraid to step at Mares because they know his trickery. When now Mares control the ball on the halfway line, the first thing they do, rush him quick, shut him
okay,
out because all he can do
I
is pass
understand your
it back.
point.
There's no space, there's nothing for him to do is trickery. But if he's close to the box now, where he feels more confident and know that hey, I'm gonna take you on, you have to show me you're gonna stop me.
Okay,
That's
well,
way better.
maybe Joe agrees with you or not. He says Mars adjusted to the double team. He had a few successful take-ons, and a few times he used himself as a decoy to create space for Walker. I did see that where he come inside a bit so Walker can overlap. That's true. You know, Sterling was just awful. I don't know. All right,
So Mendy
boy.
had an exceptional game. We're going to say that also.
Based on what factor?
Because
Uh,
Aguero couldn't chip him again.
because if we're going on the same aspect of
Okay, go ahead,
pocketing
Mark.
and nobody really doing anything. Mendy didn't really have anything to do, so he had an exceptional game.
Well, that's
If
what
we're
keepers
going
are
along
supposed to
those
do, right?
lines.
Maybe,
I'm saying,
maybe.
Okay, yeah, you
the man
believe
have
in the
one
boy.
clean sheet. He said, "Tell me hype up Edison for."
KDB has been
Man had
poor
a
for his
clean sheet. The
standards.
same thing. Hype up Edison for the whole season.
Okay.
Still have two
I didn't
titles, so
say
that's
it.
all
I
right. He
didn't say
deserves
it.
it.
When he came up, Adrian and Jesus came out, they were starting to find gaps and looking
That's
better.
right.
Gooden continues. I think City is too dependent on KDB, so when he starts, they look for him to do everything. All right. When he doesn't play, they play football. Everybody holding their own weight. Good. All right. Tuchel nullified every offensive threat for City. The tactics were perfect. All right. Last point on this, Moy.
Okay, but wait, Josh. I don't know where you're going right now,
Which
but
tactics? It's the same
wait,
team he played throughout the whole Champions League season. Which tactics?
Monty.
That's what I'm saying.
Monty, I
He
drop
didn't
your
make
neck.
no
Monty,
Oh
which
drastic
tactics?
God.
changes to
But
his
you're not bound
11.
the man yet, Munchie.
Monty,
You're
when you
being
Because
bound
the
the
which
same
man yet,
tactics
tactics?
like
Munchie.
Monty,
Top,
you
Munchie.
serious right
The
here?
man
When you
bang you
which
multiple
tactics?
times. The man bang you multiple
top.
times. You
Before I
can't
let
keep
Munchie
talking
that's
answer
what I'm
about
that.
saying.
tactics
But
for
it's the
Pep.
same
Tactics
team.
for Pep.
So that's what I'm
So
saying. But it's the same team he
so
played in the Champions League.
the comment
So,
is
so
correct then. It's tactics
hold
for
on, there,
perfect.
Judge. Hold on, there, Judge. Let me ask Munchie a question because he getting on. So if he
I get
hasn't made
that,
any
but I'm just
changes,
stating the
right,
fact.
Munchie? And answer my question, Munchie. If you're claiming say Tuchel didn't make no changes, all right? You would have played Tuchel twice before this Champions League final, which would have been the
Before you
same team you
continue,
have played.
before you
No,
continue,
let
that's
me
why
finish
I
my
said
question.
Champions League.
Let me finish
Champions
my question.
League.
Exactly.
Before
So
you
let me
continue,
finish my question.
mhm.
Let me finish my question.
Yeah, finish your
So you
question,
would
sir.
have played Tuchel twice in the Premier League, regardless of what league, Champions League or whatever. You would have played Tuchel twice with him playing the same tactics and you did not win. Would you then go again and play the same thing over and over again, knowing that twice you did not beat him, playing the same tactics? Isn't that time for a change?
One win was given
That
to
is
you.
my question to you, Monchi.
Given.
A time for
No,
change.
one win was given
No
to
win in the
nothing.
Premier
I
League
get
Given.
was given because Sterling's
I
supposed to get
lose.
we're supposed to get
That's what I
penalties,
see
all
on the
those
fact
things
sheet.
they weren't
Y'all had
given.
an L.
But we
Okay.
still won the title. Two, to be a matter of fact.
Okay, could I get in here, please? I just want to make because you know what? Life is about you have to take your chances when you get it. Small instances, small margin, perfect timing. When you look at Mason Mount in that game, a lot of people been saying, oh, he didn't do nothing in the game. He didn't do this, he didn't do that. But in life, when you get that one opportunity, you have to take it. The man look up, he could take a bad touch like Timo, the passing lane would have been closed. The man look up, first touch was perfect. The second touch to pass the ball, immaculate. Assist for the goal to win the Champions League. Put some respect on my boy Mason Mount name because a lot have been said for the past 42 minutes. For the last 42 minutes about City this and City that. But then you gotta give Chelsea some praise. And you gotta give my boy Mason Mount once again some praise. That's what you gotta look at it. The only way forward for England. The only way forward for England this season in the Euros is through Mason.
Okay. Just go sleep now, Jack.
Shaq gets the massage Mason Mount's agenda. All right, but Joe also says Sancho bid hijack, Kane in, Ramos to City, Pep Raffiola in full effect. Back to the
Okay, let me
to the Champions League.
let me
That sees
make-
extra time lost this time. Go ahead, big
let me
boss.
make one more thing. For the
That's a
whole
big
gaming
rumor.
aspect, I actually think that this Champions League final was a bit lackluster. Not because I'm losing, I'm saying this, but I actually think overall the game was a little lackluster. There wasn't much, to say other than the goal and then the Pulisic chance that he got, and then probably the Rudiger thing
Block.
on Foden. Yeah, the block on Foden. Other than that, it was a lackluster game, but
And
at the end of the day, they take it. They're the champions of Europe.
That's back-to-back 1-0 finals, right?
2 minutes, just 2 quick minutes, right? All right. Is Pep's legacy in threat?
No.
Right now.
No.
Does this hurt his
What do you
legacy?
mean?
Does this loss
Champions
hurt
League
his legacy?
I doubt it.
Just generally. Because, I mean,
No.
Like for
No.
real, never. Like
I mean,
He's already won it.
Pep, if he's still City manager next season, Pep can easily just come and win Premier League again. I'm just saying with
Yeah,
the right
but I mean,
mechanic
again,
of a goal scorer. So
yeah, but again, at the
his
end of the day,
Champions League legacy is going down, but his legacy as a manager on a whole, no.
Well, why separate them? No, why separate them? Because I think one of the things that
Champions League
even
is 10, 11 games. Premier League
And
is
so what?
38 games.
Champions League is the most important trophy right now. Wouldn't you agree?
It takes you 1 minute to lose a Champions League game. It takes you at least 30 games to lose a league
So
season.
you're trying to tell me, right? You're trying to tell me that winning the Champions League is less important to Pep at City than winning the
That's
Premier
what in
League?
your mind. We're talking about
I'm asking
legacy.
you a question. I'm asking you a question.
No. Don't try change the topic about legacy. You're asking about if Pep legacy is dampened. But I told you, Champions League legacy and general overall legacy as a manager are two different things. If you're talking about his Champions League legacy, yes, I'm saying it's depleted. But as a
Why
manager,
is it two different things?
why is it two different things?
Why should it be? As the manager judge based on trophies, why are you separating the trophies? Trophies are trophies, right? And
Exactly,
you don't win the biggest prize.
So listen now. If Pep wins the quadruple for the next 4 or 5 years,
yeah,
and he doesn't win the Champions League, We're trying to tell me Pep is a failure as a manager. That's what
He
you're telling me,
can't beat.
Josh.
He can
Because
only
he can
beat
win
people.
Champions League.
He can only beat people within his domestic area. He can't beat outside of it. Since he left Messi, Iniesta, and Xavi, he hasn't been able to do it.
So in which football world they said if you win a Champions League with one of the best players in the world and you don't win it ever again, that makes you a bad manager.
If you have multiple
When
teams,
you bring that up on
millions and
FIFA, I'll
millions.
agree with you.
When you have when you have multiple teams, millions and millions of dollars, Bayern Munich, Man City, and you keep failing.
There's not a difference between whether
Hashtag
money
failure.
is spent or not. So Arsene Wenger is not a good manager.
No, we're not talking
If,
about that. I'm
no,
asking the
no,
question.
it's the
If the
same thing. It's
Go
the
ahead.
same thing because you're still judging Pep, not because money. Nobody. It's not our fault that Wenger didn't have the same amount of money or they spent the same amount of money as Man City. It's the same football aspect, the same Champions League, the same Europa League, that European competitions. He didn't win it, so if we're going according to that, you can't take away from their legacy. Arsene Wenger is a very good manager, so he's only English bully. That's what you're trying to say.
Well, let me turn
That's
it
what
back
he's
to you
saying.
then. If he won a Champions League with Bayern and he won a Champions League with City, would his legacy have gone up?
His legacy is still there, but it's you're
So he
going to
didn't
be
go
like,
down.
Adds to his
He didn't go
resume.
down.
you're not going to really say his legacy went down. It's just going to be like a little bad talking, like, oh, Pep couldn't have won Champions League.
Okay.
I mean,
Shocking.
Pepper said repeatedly that the owners from City has never told him he was brought there to win the Champions League. He said so over and over again. The talk about the Champions League is because it's really coming from fans and just generally football watchers. So I don't think Pep is going in. I don't think they're calling Pep into the office tomorrow morning and say, look, you have to make a decision here
They
about
should.
your future because
Shock.
you didn't win the Champions League.
So you're saying that you don't think he has ever brought into the office with the Champions League story coming to play? No?
According to him.
As an
But okay,
objective.
here it is. No, here it is. No. So let's say he win last year, this year, he win next year. Three EPL. So don't you think probably for the fourth year they will want a Champions League?
I wouldn't look at it that way. I would look at it that they are still winning. They are still winning. And for me, I've always said that I think Pep is there for the long haul. So I guess when you get 2, 3, 4, when you get 5 years down the line and it's not there yet, then that may become an objective for him. But I think they brought in Pep to stabilize things and get some longevity out of a manager.
Good points. The fans have some interesting points as well too.
Yep,
A
definitely.
couple people here saying, Akani said, I heard rumors that on the back of this unfortunate loss, they're looking to boast of their defense with a world-class signing in the form of Sergio Roberto. So, thoughts on that? All right.
All these are rumors, bro. All these are rumors.
Even with the poor decisions from Pep Chelsea.
Even the Ramos one, like we have Stones, Laporte, Diaz, and Ake. Like why would bring 34-year-old Ramos?
Experience. City players are always second best on the pitch. Never know. Champions League is the most prestigious competition. No league in the world is bigger than the Champions League. Joe saying that Pep has already won it. And then Joe actually said here that it's impossible for his legacy to be tarnished. Pep is already a part of the elite 5% of managers who have won the Champions League. But to marry with a good point, that argument is similar to saying that Ronaldo's legacy is dampened because he doesn't have the World Cup. But then I was looking at a list of I was looking at a list of people too there that haven't won the Champions League, like Zlatan and Cannavaro and Nedved and Brazilian Ronaldo. All these people haven't won the Champions League. Would you say that their legacy is dampened by that?
No.
No.
Doesn't matter.
Not
Okay.
one bit.
All right. Not one bit. All right, and he says if Fergie has the same amount of Fergie has the same amount of CL as Fergie. Okay, I see what your point was trying to say. I think you're trying to compare it to Pep. I assume.
You meant
I
Pep.
assume. Yeah, I think you meant Pep. And he's right, yeah. So then now basically then you are saying then that the three champions they get things and Zlatan, Zidane has that don't mean nothing then.
He hasn't won without Ronaldo.
Okay.
No,
All right.
and I was
Okay.
talking to a Chelsea fan today, and I kept saying people calling Zidane's name with these big jobs. How did Zidane suddenly turn a big manager? Because he won 3 Champions League with
That's the
Real
point.
Madrid, who is expected and coming into the season. Even if any one of us would go to manage Real Madrid, we're immediately top 3 odds to win the Champions League. I don't know why Zidane name has been mentioned.
Wow.
Wow, that's a strong words there, Shaq. Strong words. Strong
Wow.
words. I kind of going back. I will do with that. Okay, how much you got? Says any team in the world would love to have Ramos. Y'all agree? Anybody want Ramos in this squad right now?
Ramos to
Me?
Spurs then.
Yeah.
Not me.
So
We
you
don't
don't
want
have to
to.
have yourself up on wheelchair.
Don't want
You
to
take
talk.
Ramos anytime. Ramos
I know.
sell Harry and Lindelof. Ramos one play
Out.
behind.
What?
Alright,
I
Zidane
went
won La
31.
Liga without Ronaldo, and good Jahirs here going back to you, Memphis.
I mean,
And
is La
thank you,
Liga hard to
Shaq.
win?
I would keep Arteta at Arsenal over Zidane. Wow, but Arsenal fans them coming out with strong statements.
No, but I mean, Arteta and Zidane. I don't see the difference. They're still
What do you
yet
don't
to
see
prove
different?
themselves. They're
See,
still
we see
yet to prove
this
themselves.
is my
And
this is
even
my point, boy.
look at it. Look
Y'all
at
Zidane
it
don't
has
this way,
agree.
won
skill.
the
Skill, answer
Champions
this.
League.
Skill, answer this. Okay, just answer this. If you give Arteta Real Madrid when all those years when Zidane won it, you don't think they would have won it too? I'm saying it's still a great chance for Real Madrid to win it. If you give Ole that team, he would be talking about Ole as a big time manager now because just the quality that was in that team.
So then why is
Ronaldo, Benzema, Bale, they have
okay?
a
So then
world class
if
team.
okay, you're not giving it to him, Shaq. You're not giving it to him. But then the people that do give him those accolades, you won those 3 Champions Leagues, all right? Aren't they the same people that could rightly then say that Pep then, with a very good team, as you just said, if a very good team should win it, why is he not getting the flack for having not won it, having had multiple very good winning teams since Barca? I mean, that's the thing, because I think a lot of people would disagree with you when they say Zidane is not a really good manager. Because I mean, nobody has won back-to-back Champions Leagues but him. Last time I checked, back-to-back. Nobody's won La Liga and all those things. I mean, you have to know something, right? Or it don't matter.
I don't think you have to. I don't think you need to. I think
okay.
that team picks itself, and the quality that those sets of players possess can get through most teams in the league.
Yeah, back to Shaq's point. King Porridge would have won the Champions League with that team. All right. Question here though. So why Ancelotti and Jose couldn't win with the same teams?
Ancelotti did win the Champions League with Real
Did
Madrid.
win the Champions League or just winning period?
Ancelotti won the Champions League with Real Madrid.
I think he won one, probably one. I think he
meant to mention Rafa.
Probably, yeah, probably.
Oh.
All right. So yeah. All right. So I mean, Madrid Maya, we have to move on after this because unlike Zidane, Pep has done it in the Prem and Bundesliga and La Liga. All right.
So with that argument, Ronaldo better than Messi. Ronaldo better than Messi.
Yes, that's what I was just about to say.
Ronaldo better than Messi.
Let me talk.
Let me just add in my 2 cents because I don't agree with this thing. Everybody keeps saying that because you only do it in one league means you're not better than the other. You're going to say Lewandowski is not the best striker because at the moment or something like that because he only done it in German league and Mbappe is only doing it in French league. I mean, that has nothing to do with it.
But are you right, Moy? I hate to cut you off, Moy, but she telling me that the level of the league doesn't exist. She telling me there's no difference between our personal league in Antigua and Barbuda and the Prem.
I mean, yes, there's other prestige. You would say Premier League is the better league out of the top 5 European other leagues. But I'm just saying that you can't really judge people on this kind of things because if you let's look at Mbappe. Mbappe has basically done it. He has basically won a World Cup already.
He was on a world class team, bro.
I'm saying.
He was playing for Algeria. Algeria would have won the World Cup.
It doesn't matter. You still have to find a way into that world class team to show up and being so young, end up and score a goal. So, I mean, you can't be taking away these things that people have done for these, just like a Varane in a Real Madrid team for so long.
Okay. The only thing I'd say here more is I get your point that we can look on a player and we can see quality. We can look and see that that he's a pure finisher, or his pace, or his skill, his talent. It's clear to see. But when you look from a numbers standpoint, I think the numbers, get a bit extreme because they're playing in these particular leagues.
I agree, 100,000,000%.
Because sorry, Dash. Because how many goals Lemon score?
41.
41.
Yeah.
Would that translate to 41 in the Prem? That's what I'm asking.
That's a good
Probably like
question.
30.
Probably.
Like 30, like 25.
Probably.
Like 25.
Yeah, I know my example, right? Mbappe have 100 and something goals, more goals than Messi, Ronaldo, a lot of the greats at 21. But he scored all of them in France. I mean, I just shouldn't say compared to Messi in Spain, have a work your way into a great back side, and Cristiano when United had their great side. How can you make that comparison? But I do see your point though that Mbappe is a great player, and that's the case. I can't hear with the point. He's saying y'all always saying that the Premier is the best league. Tell them beat a Spanish club in Europe.
I mean, the league is better, but the clubs in those other leagues have more finances.
Yeah, that's the only thing the La Liga has over any other leagues. That when it comes to Europe, they win those. But when it comes to physicality, roughness, toughness, and
gotta give the Prem.
excitement,
Gotta give the Prem, man. Gotta give the Prem. Definitely. All right. Shaq, you think you have time, or we should just cut it off to do the other thing?
That's up to you, bro. That's up to you. You can save it for Thursday,
We'll save it for Thursday.
What I want to touch on is just everybody thinking that the England squad comes out tomorrow. And hearing that Trent is not going to be in the squad.
Yeah, kick off.
That's not surprising.
No Trent. No Wan-Bissaka, no Trent.
I think that's a bit ridiculous decision from Tuchel.
Yeah, I think you should bring him though.
No, but look, they have Reece James, they have Trippier, and Kyle Walker is going as well.
Kyle Walker, most likely play Kyle at centre back,
Yeah, so then you have these two centre backs. You're gonna choose those two wing backs. You're gonna choose one. You're gonna put Trent over one of them. Trippier just won the Liga, and Ting just won the Champions League.
I would be one of them. We're talking about passes. We're talking about crosses. We're talking about shot to goal.
You're talking about Reece James. You're talking about Reece James. No. Skill. Everything you said look a while, Reece James can do. He did it in the weekend.
Can do that too. Trippier can do that too.
Yeah, I'm not saying, but I know you know why I make it seem like if Trent no good.
Nobody's there.
Defensively.
I'll say that.
Because there's another point I was seeing also that he was trying to pick his midfielders from those that finish in like the top half, like top 6.
I have a question on that.
Something like that. Because Ward-Prowse was one that is supposed to be dropped in off from the squad.
And they're going to put in Henderson, who get injured for most of the back end of the season.
That's true.
But the thing is now, Liverpool fans actually want Trent and Henderson to be dropped. So I don't know why everybody else up in arms.
And Philip to run better than Barley in the midfield. Just because he doesn't play, can he play for Leeds? He must get in the team. I mean, I think that's unfair. It really is unfair. But
Josh, you probably have to go back to the comments, boy. I'm gonna have a whole discussion in the comments.
Yeah, boy. A couple of the other powerfulness here. All right, quickly for the fans, of course. They made the point about Tuchel saying Lewandowski got 15 goals in the CL. He's proven against the best as well. Yeah, no doubt about Lewandowski's quality, but There've been a lot of great strikers who come to the Prem and don't make it. So
Hashtag Verna.
I guess we will never know. All right.
Wow.
You know, hashtag Ship
Wow.
can go. Just jumping that too. All right.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
Lacazette scored 93 goals in 3 seasons. Then come Arsenal and his current best is 15. Okay. All right. Why does physical play make them a better league? All right, because if you
Not
can't
necessarily
take a
physical
tackle
play,
from Shaw Cross
excitement.
on a stone on a cold night at
Oh,
Stoke,
yeah.
you're not ready yet. You're not ready yet. Okay, simple as that. All right. He said maybe Lacazette wasn't good. I hear you, Julian. I hear you. As I come from French League toward the Premier League apart, exactly. Right, you have to come and make that step up. You know what I mean? Simple as that. You know. And
while we on that
go ahead.
league debate, because wouldn't you say Sancho's numbers are inflated too?
You make a solid point. He may just flop in the Prem. I doubt it. He's world class. But anyway, still.
What make him?
Y'all are biased, right? Legit.
Because he's English, he's world
I'm
class.
just waiting for the announcement. He still out put it up there. Can't wait. Anyway, come back here. Come here.
Hold on. For who, Josh?
We put in a bid for Tom Heaton. I don't know about no Sancho.
I'll put in a bid for Jadon Sancho.
And he hijacked the bid. Putting on bid for Kingsley Coleman too.
Okay, but I know for a fact
And
terms have been agreed.
Rafinha too.
Yeah, but terms have been agreed already since last year with Sancho.
I'll take the Brazilian over Sancho.
So anyway,
Liverpool may get Rafinha though.
United bid for everybody, though.
I'll take Rafinha over Sancho.
I don't know why you even say that. Rafinha, I rate him. He's the backup. But come on, man. You want the real guy or the backup guy? Which one? Everybody know what you want.
Hold on.
He has proven
Nobody want backup. Nothing.
He can play in the EPL.
What's that?
Rafinha has proven that he can play in the EPL.
Okay, and Jadon Sancho has proven that he's a world-class baller. The assists, the goals. I think last season, the only person that had more chances created was Messi.
Germany?
Who?
They say over Germany.
Rafinha can start for Brazil squad. Okay. All right, let's move on.
It'll be funny if Sancho start for England next week. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, but start for England.
I don't say tonight. Have a start for England.
Rashford's spot in jeopardy. Rashford can't start. I'm sorry, he can't start.
I was thinking what the front three was going to be. Well, what the England team going to be like. Because Harry Maguire not going to be fit, is he?
He in the squad. I don't know.
He in the squad. He'll be better because he's running now. He
can be one this week.
Yeah. And they're going to be, what's his name?
They've been playing back four this year now, so I don't even know if they're going to play the back three. It's back four they're playing this year.
They're going back to the back three. They're going
back to back three.
Yeah.
Yo, you know I had a good shout? Shaq, you'll like this. They were saying, how come Dunk not getting a shout up to now?
That is stats. That is stats.
I agree with that. See, go back to the whole big club mentality.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily, man. Because
they picked Ben Godfrey and Tyrone Mings, who performed better than Dunk this season.
Yeah, but Brighton finished lower, didn't they?
Yeah, but if those people performing better, why are you arguing that he ain't get picked?
Would you really say they performed better than Dunk? Would you honestly say they performed better, or their team did?
So what?
Godfrey and Mings performed better than Dunk this season.
Mings so when you say Memphis to the Ward was being potentially being left out to Henderson.
I don't know. I don't think Henderson good tall. So I'm the wrong person to ask that. Henderson very much useless.
Legit question though, guys. What's the front three gonna be in England?
Kane and two other people.
Kane, Foden.
For me, right, unbiasedly, I'd say Kane, Foden, Jadon Sancho.
Kane, Foden, Grealish. Sound good.
If Grealish plays at Mount,
why would you put Grealish in the front three?
Grealish is better off the left to me.
Yes.
I'd put Foden off the left for this farm. I put Jaden on the right. I'd put Mount, Henderson, and Rice in the midfield.
Who said Mount? I said Mount.
In fact, I'd even take out Henderson because I know Calvin Phillips is not going to be there. But I'd rather do that. I'd have a Rice, Phillips, Mount combination. That's what I would do. You know, I just don't really rate Henderson at that much. But and Rashford can come off the bench. So you can do that. So
Jalil saying Kane, Sterling, Rashford. Gareth Southgate only like Pates merchants.
Yeah,
so Lingard they Camden.
Lingard off the bench.
I see
God no.
Joe, no, they can left you home now. Nah, lie down.
Yo, me really want to play in Lingard. I mean, what's his name? Rashford.
Yeah. Then you
Lingard
What? So what a joke. What's just starting getting
Saka getting dropped, by the way.
Right.
I know Greenwood getting dropped. That's fair.
Rashford you forget drop too. So he can do his surgery.
Who said that?
Saka over who?
Saka over Luke Shaw. What you say?
No, man. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do that.
Kane,
Remember, Saka can play all over now.
Yeah.
Yep. I would do that.
England need a keeper.
Yep.
Kane.
Yo, facts.
Hey,
How two relegated keeper make the squad?
Need a midfielder. England have everything besides a midfielder. England need a midfielder.
That's true. They don't have any world-class centre mids. England don't have one world-class centre mid.
I mean, if Sancho world-class, Mount world-class.
We as in me. Me no none.
Antigua or
talking about holding shock.
No, is he talking about Mount if Sancho world-class, Mount
Sancho's
world-class?
not world-class.
Yeah, if Sancho world-class, Mount world-class.
Sancho's not world-class. And they're not
we
yet.
are not going to have this world class discussion again.
No.
There's two definitions.
Mount sleeping on Mason Mount.
Mount actually
Nobody's
said that
sleeping
he's
on
not.
Mount.
Mount said that in the Champions League interview after the game. He said that he had a lot to learn. He's still young, you know. But
You saw Havertz interview?
I did see Havertz's very expletive interview. Tell you what a Chelsea people, boy. But you know, they asked him a question about money and price tag for.
No, them German people, because Muller did it the time too.
It's true.
Muller did it the time. I think
They
somebody else
just
did
don't
it the
care.
time.
Mason Mount. Oh, for sure, that was England front three. Mason, Mount, and Carty. You want about Joe?
Hey, that is not a good front three, man. Don't take it well.
Oh boy, I'm shocked.
No, Jamal, I want to watch this whenever you watch it and see. For the whole weekend, the boy keep my boy Mason Mount straight.
Yeah, but we'll do our best to go through each of the squads, guys. But since we're talking about England squad, though, any chance England can actually win Euros?
No.
Yeah, man, they have the squad. Yeah, man.
Think so? Because I don't know, Belgium, France. I
mean, we have Germany, France, and Portugal
in the same
group. So one of them out.
Whoever
are they doing this? Are they going to do the highest third place team? They did it a couple years ago. Okay. So one of them going to go.
The England group doesn't great too. The person from that team, from that group, any team from that group. I think that's what I heard or something.
Yeah. We will check it out. We'll definitely do full analysis next time and work it out and see because it's just around the corner. The big man.
Hey man, you reach back.
I won't have your disrespect Sterling at international level, okay? You can do it at club level, but you can't disrespect Sterling at international level. But when he wears that captain band for England,
we don't disrespect Sterling at all. Leave my boy alone.
No,
because of England right now.
So Monchi, so all of a sudden,
don't player Foden, he more farm than he. Foden is more farm than Sterling, right?
Of course.
Okay, all right. Mountain more farm than Sterling, right? Kane more in farm than Sterling, right?
Shaq more in farm than Sterling.
One to one.
I mean,
I don't care. Sterling is coming off the left for England in the Euros. So all the form you say he's off form and whatever. Raheem Sterling is going to play off the left for Euros.
Yeah,
So
probably coming off the bench.
Sterling
off the
isn't playing
bench.
on the bench for England.
No, but in all
Never
Rashford.
happening.
Rashford park bench.
Southgate loves Sterling, and I think Sterling is one of the I think if like Kane comes off or something, he's one of them that's like next in line to get a captain banner or something like that.
Yeah.
Imagine
there you go.
Sterling captain
give
England
Kyle Walker.
numerous times.
Kyle Walker should get a captain ban.
I don't mind
I
it
think
to
so.
me.
Wait, who are the goalkeepers? Henderson, Pickford, and who?
Ramsdale.
Henderson, Pickford,
Tell
Johnston,
you,
and Ramsdale.
when we see Ramsdale, we say, look at joke. Ramsdale next squad boy.
No, you can't.
Ramsdale's a good shot
Joe
stopper.
Ramsdale.
Keeler better keep with the Ramsdale, right? Me tell you
Okay,
that.
you're gone too far.
But
But
you got too far.
you're gone too far.
You know what you're season? Jack Keeler better keeper than Ramsdale. Tell you that, right?
You're gone too far. You're
Right?
gone too far.
Tell you, no.
You're gone
Oh
too
my
far.
goodness.
Wow.
So yeah,
Jackie Lee was gonna go behind me.
Tell them, man.
And leave
Yo.
skill when you have to go in the goal.
Tell you, no. Give skill 2 months. Pure training and some gloves. Skill better than Ramsdale. They tell you. Look at you.
Skill can make 2 big saves and then concede 5 after.
The man concede 5 from 40 yards around. The ball rolls to the left from 40 yards.
So Ramsdale isn't better than Tom Heaton?
Oh, no. Tommy Heaton better than Ramsdale. Tommy Heaton better than Ramsdale.
It's better. England call back Joe Hart.
Watch Joe.
No, but for real, he's not a bad keeper. He's made some very good saves this season.
Yeah.
No.
Sheffield United defense is just awful.
No. I try that one on me. I try to get shot. And you don't want to tell me the way where this man go, he get relegated?
Yeah,
the team this man go, he get relegated.
I'm Sheffield.
Okay.
But no, I think he's the 21 England goalkeeper too. Starting goalkeeper.
Yeah.
You make that get knocked out.
Thank you. What says so? But just what says so?
But the thing though, Nketiah had a record for that team there too. So you know
that team just not good.
Me look right. Antigua used to be an England colony, right? Skilling man and give a passport, dog, right? For go stop England, right? Because me tell you right now, right? England wouldn't have conceded 11. You're right about that.
Yo.
Actually, you know what? No, because Ramsey would have conceded 11 goals before that. That's why. Just think about that. All right, they will come back. He would have never get the penalty to Ramsdale. They'd be 11 up.
Hey, Josh, you know Judah better than Ramsdale.
By far.
Wow.
There's no doubt about that.
Ramsdale isn't Sheffield's keeper. The guy made some good saves this season. Like,
stop there, man. Henderson was there and they make top 10. He go there and they get relegated. What a difference? Tell me.
Wooster wasn't playing when Henderson was there.
Sheffield played this season. Last season is completely different.
Wooster wasn't playing for Sheffield when Henderson was there. Come on, bro.
I can't believe. I realize them buy Ramsdale, and then now Ramsdale Booster. And then at the end of the season, they bring on a 17-year-old, and the man score before Booster.
Tell me Brewster like that, boy. Brewster was a joke, bad boy. Who's the man? Your members better than Brewster by far.
Yeah, I remember Newton said Brewster was a baller.
Yeah, he still is. Newton, no. Brewster is a baller.
When Shaq was saying Gabriel is the best defender in the league. Now look what Arsenal finished.
No, but that's not him. He was injured more. He was injured and he got COVID as well.
Okay.
He got injured and he had COVID.
What about holding?
You remember when Moyes hype up Sterling? No, look, none of them want to even start.
I
Let's
never
go.
said I didn't want Sterling to
Let's
start.
go.
I
Let's
said
go.
Sterling off form,
Yet,
still
yet,
starting Arsenal team. So let's go again. Let's go again.
Yes,
yet.
come on.
Let's
Oh
go again.
boy. Oh
Let's go again.
boy.
Yo,
I stop.
Let's
I
go.
stop. I stop.
Your
Brewster
turn, bro.
sent in some FIFA clips for his.
yo,
Yo!
yo. It's the second young striker Liverpool
Oh
sell and
boy.
they're relegated now. Because they sell Solanke to Bournemouth and then they get relegated.
Stats.
Incredible. Liverpool overdue with them now.
Watch one. Speaking of Liverpool, watch Afri. Them dead. Just reach. Them dead. Chokers. Them dead. Lord of mercy. Okay. And Joe, Gabriel conceded the fourth least amount of goals in the League One. Man, come with stats 5, boy. The man not joking you? Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
let's
We
check
get
it something.
when we back to for me,
Yeah.
I'm going to stats.
Um,
I get for me kids.
Joe,
Yeah.
he should have had that stats over in French league. Maybe Lille would have won long time.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Good point.
Yeah, but then you
Wow.
want him to turn a strike as well, because if he not conceded as much, they still have to score up front, isn't it?
So,
Big up Silly,
so
though. Big up
is that-
Silly,
that-
though.
so that's
Backing
on
off
Aubameyang and
pile money.
Lacazette.
so that's about
Anybody look
Aubameyang
at
and
Alman, be happy.
Lacazette. No, that's on Saka as well too. That's better than
Yeah,
Foden.
Saka need to work on his finishing.
Okay.
We've been saying that.
And
You've been
Aubameyang need
saying
to
that.
leave Arsenal.
Based on
He's
what?
done.
And
He's
Gabriel
done.
Jesus need to leave Manchester City.
Yes, I
Because
can't wait till we have a transfer
Gabriel-
show.
Okay,
Gabriel
he didn't make no
stats.
sense.
Gabriel Jesus' stats for Manchester City is very extraordinary. All you guys
Yeah,
say
that's
is
okay.
he's not
No one
scoring.
give out his
But
stats.
check his
That's what
stats.
he's trying to say.
But you care
Check
about
his-
Mason
check his
Mount
stats.
stats.
No, Mason Mount don't have no stats. Mason Mount don't have stats. If you watch Mason Mount, Mason Mount's numbers does not reflect his quality. Mason Mount don't have stats.
He have a couple numbers, but hey,
I mean,
yeah.
if Werner could finish, he'd probably have a lot of stats.
So it's best we get rid of Saka and so.
Wow.
No, Saka got good stats. What you silly? Saka got good stats. Saka, Martinelli, Emil Smith Rowe. You want me to
Martinelli?
continue?
Martinelli play like a 4 game this season.
What?
And the bonus scoreboard?
One thing, Shark, aren't we gonna do the stuff you sent me, the picture?
Yeah, we just run out of time and now we wilding, so we won't do that on
You
Thursday.
well then, yeah, definitely. We can't close the show now.
Okay, if we wilding, like I had just said, Sterling isn't world class. So what about Rashford?
You know, world class leader.
No, right now, Russia better than Sterling. The chicken is on tape now, Munchie.
Oh,
Both of them out of
Lord.
form. Both of them out of form.
Okay. Let's
Oh,
Me.
Boy, Rashford is left foot. Better than Sterling right now.
Okay.
What's Sterling? You got class Sterling now with Rashford. A joke, you
Okay,
man.
better team over here.
Me. Let's go.
Yo.
Premier League hat-trick scorers. Rashford has left the chat.
Champions League hat-trick scorers.
Ooh,
Whoa,
good point.
Championship, Premier League winners medals. Let's go.
Oh,
Rashford,
okay.
leave the chat.
European medal. Say something.
Yo, community shield leader.
FA Cup medals. Let's go. Let's keep it coming.
Rashford had that too. Rashford had an FA Cup medal.
Amount of championships won. Sterling to Rashford. Rashford can't talk to the boy.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
that's unfair
Yo,
comparison.
y'all talking about
One is
community
older than
shield for this season?
most goals in 21.
Yeah.
Boy, I'm basically supposed to be talking on this panel now. So I
What's
don't
our
know.
community shield too now?
Rashford and so in the Premier League.
Well, hat-trick
And
can
the
do
man
with
5
anything.
years old.
He tell the better
Any
than
hat-trick have to do with anything.
You don't want him to want to hear your boy. You got to tell him about
Hat-trick has to do with a lot. Hat-trick has to do with a lot.
because he a hat-trick. Yeah, but you're better than the man. You want to shut up. Shut up.
Oh, boy.
You never hear Real Madrid coming for Rashford. Like,
Real Madrid coming for Sterling.
Actually.
Nobody wants Sterling. Not nobody wants Sterling. Your boy, if you put Sterling outside the Thursday time for the garbage truck pass straight.
no.
Yo, this man only disrespect.
Hey, but here's the thing now.
That is true.
I want Rashford to get picked for England. And I'll just see who.
Lord of mercy.
For what
I
reason?
really,
I tried, Joe. I tried to drop the show.
really good class.
Oh,
Rashford now with Sterling right now. Seriously,
Still, when you say
a
garbage
joke I make
collection,
back.
Kill and them just
man.
delusional and don't know what they're talking about because I don't know what you're talking about Rashford to Sterling. Sterling is mad. Sterling is ahead of Rashford and there's levels to the game because we can
Yo,
clearly see it.
the two then average.
Yeah,
Clearly
average.
see what? Clearly see what? Let's
Right
start.
now, right now, right now, the two of them not
The
in form.
impact to their
Yeah.
teams and the amount of championships that they led teams to.
But
Let's
Sterling
go.
leading the Barcelona championship this year, yeah?
So how the man win championship? The same Sterling that y'all said was poor in
Sterling not leading
finishing.
the Barcelona championship.
Hey,
Sterling just
I
there.
mean, what we
You
know?
think
I
so?
went,
Sterling just there.
when Chelsea told me
You
what
think
Chelsea,
Sterling
I'm
just
like,
there? What Rashford to do? Rashford invisible and
The boy,
nobody know
the boy, the
not
boy
to think
Rashford
about
play
you.
his heart out. Rashford
And,
play hard. At least people
and
hey,
see
yo,
him.
Sterling
skill,
doesn't need
quick,
to do
man,
that
one
because
for
he's
you,
winning
skill.
championship.
Skill, one for you.
Rashford
Which
play
one
his
must
heart
go?
out
Oh
for
Lord,
win what?
why,
Not
Shaq?
for win not.
Why?
So give me a break. Rashford will win
No, no,
zero.
no, no, no,
And
no.
you play your heart
Don't
out.
get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Ford, I'll Greenwood will go, but Foden hot.
Skill, hush
Foden
him
hot.
up, boy. Hush him up. Your heart weak. Your heart
My heart
weak.
weak. When
Your
you say
heart
that,
weak. Joe,
Yo,
ask
Shaq,
me.
Saka or
Ask
Foden?
me.
Saka or
Foden
Foden?
or Saka.
I shit
Just
your
say it
Saka
crazy
now,
or
color.
self.
More
Foden?
anything. More
Saka or
anything.
Foden?
Shock. You
Your
need to
heart
shut
weak
your mouth.
skill.
Shut your
Move
mouth.
forward.
Shut your mouth. What's
You
Saka?
shut up. Your heart
Saka
too
over
weak.
Foden. It doesn't go
You
being
look
heart
fresh
weak.
to put more your munchie.
What?
Oh boy.
What?
But yeah,
Uh,
that's nothing. Saka or Mason Mount. Which one?
Saka.
Here they know. Move, boy. Saka.
Saka. Come on, you the time.
Big
I
Bob,
was
you
right
did
there.
this. I go see Shaq face like a while ago.
Hey,
Shaq,
it's
you
season
never do yourself
from.
time like a
Okay.
while.
Look here now. Look here now. Look here now. Look here.
If
Look
one
here
has
now.
to go from this, if one has
Look
to
here.
go from this,
Hear
it'll
this,
be
yeah.
it'll be Greenwood.
Hold his
How?
mount.
How?
Mount, that's like a 21 or 22. Mount older.
So this Mount the only now them. Greenwood is not the youngest
Yeah,
person.
more and all them. Yeah.
Greenwood is
Greenwood
the
the
youngest
youngest person there.
Yeah, Greenwood is the youngest person there.
Pemberton, who you pick, boss?
More everybody view on this.
I just came back.
No,
Who
who is
you pick?
going?
Saka, Foden,
What's the
Greenwood, and
question?
Mount.
Foden
Who
or
you pick?
Greenwood?
Wait, one has to go. That's what we're doing. Or
One,
we pick
one has to go.
Yo, Saka outside now.
we do
But
the
I
outside.
wait. But you about
Saka
Memphis.
outside.
Let the man
What me?
answer. Wait.
Make a answer. You can't tell me nothing, boy. Make a man answer.
Binky, we're waiting on your answer.
Yeah, Binky.
One has to go.
Saka go.
Yeah, man, I hear that.
Is either Saka or Greenwood?
You need to talk harder.
You can't say or. It has
Is
to be
either
one.
Saka or Greenwood?
There's no or.
It's one
No,
has to
Saka.
go. Answer the question, bro.
Saka for me.
That man loves to put things in their chest.
You can say Saka
Man
now
loves to
because
put things
if
in their
Shaq don't
chest.
want to send you the link again, or the people will send you the link to be on
Tell
the
him
show.
I'm smart up. They say, boy, you should be up. You should be up. You want to go on the show again now. The show get down. Okay, can
Hey,
we
Joe,
finish
your
this
question
now?
now. I don't know how we go.
Yeah, you need to answer my question now.
A Saka all day now. Mason Mount a good player. He can play. He play behind the Saka.
Wow.
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 Yo.
I got to give Shaq that boy. Loyalty, man.
Oh my
Saka or
God.
Martinelli? Saka or Martinelli?
But I rate Martinelli no over dog. Martinelli more the choose dog.
So shock. So we're trying to
Wow.
Saka that
Wow.
Saka is a
Saka
good
good
player.
eye.
Saka is a good player.
Pastor, not you know.
Ooh,
Me don't want to hear you know. Just wait, boss.
Foden, wait, I said Foden
But
go call me crazy. Saka
big up
can do the
yourself,
same as
Afri.
Foden.
Say it in the
I
chest.
agree with to finish up. Them
Say
dead
it in the
touch.
chest, Afri. Big up
Yeah, that's what
yourself,
I think
Afri.
Hey,
is.
you know why he said Foden
Them
go?
dead.
Hold on.
So
Them dead.
Foden make Allison see stars before.
And okay,
Yeah,
you dead. Them
Yeah,
dead.
But the thing is,
yeah,
Them dead.
but you understand them dead.
He-
Them dead.
Notice can't say Curtis
Greenwood
Jones.
never make Allison see stars.
That's what I'm saying.
Saka
No,
never
but
make
Greenwood.
Allison see
No,
stars.
Munchie, no,
Greenwood
Munchie.
score for Allison now.
Greenwood
score
make
for Allison.
I'll see everybody see stars. When Greenwood stop ball and keep a move now.
This are the comment. Ask me for president. Me back that. Them dead.
Then
That
there.
was bold. That was really
Have-
bold.
Them
I gotta give
We have a
Ashley that
youngster
one.
on his team and can't even call him.
Tell him, man, where Curtis
That's
Jones?
true.
Mm-mm.
No,
Liverpool
Trent
are
the
not good
21.
youngster.
How old
Wow.
Trent to be? Trent the 21, 22?
Who?
23, 22. I
Trent
don't know.
Howard.
23? Trent the
Trent
24.
get called up for England. Why is he even in this discussion?
How old is Minamino?
Me know what? What are they? Asking?
That would be an insect.
Mina has been around for quite a while. Used by everyone.
Yo, he's a good striker. Yeah, I'll leave him alone, right? He's
That man not even a striker. He's a
What
winger.
is he? A
He's a
winger?
winger.
Okay.
A winger.
He's a winger.
The man,
The man even knock- man since he signed for Liverpool,
knock people plenty.
Let
No.
us.
Oh.
You're the next Markovic.
Oh yeah, that's a big job too.
That was good.
That was tricky.
You wild boy.
That was a different.
For real, everybody calling the youngsters. And who Liverpool for real have a push out.
Yo, they
I
unknown.
mean, Curtis Jones with the right back name.
Yo.
But they young right
New
back name.
generation.
Reese Williams or something like that. Nico
No
Williams.
man, the
Nico
one for
Williams,
Wales.
Nico
Is that
Williams.
Nico?
I think.
William.
But
Okay.
Harry Wilson is the best youngster and he can't even make the team.
You're not
But
still
he on
alone.
loan. Yeah, alone.
Yeah.
On loan. Yeah, he's on loan.
We're
That one
talking
that can
about
score
players that
free kick,
actually
ain't it?
playing for the club.
Yeah.
So, who have you have a call? You say them dead. But
Happy can't call nobody.
Liverpool team the next 2 years dead. Look on the front tree. All them almost nearly 37.
Just
mean,
cool. Okay.
Playing for Wales not really that big.
True. I mean,
Let's say about Ramsey.
Daniel James play for Wales. Who is this guy?
Daniel
I
James.
agree with you. Daniel James start for Wales, no problems. All right, so. And Bale on one side and Daniel on the other. How do you know how to
No,
work?
I think Bale strike for Wales.
For real? Okay. Stop crying, Munchie. As the skies are blue. Never mind about the rest of the song. Damn dead.
Happy night tonight, boy.
Tell you, boy.
About 6 months now, I haven't seen
So wait, you know me
Yeah,
understand? If me tell Munchie that Munchie they ask me one more win this season now. What me can ask after that?
True. Liverpool have won. Nada.
Everybody know Liverpool.
No. Liverpool hasn't been in the contention to win anything. So you can't really throw them.
They
But
could just come with
They
Van
won
Dijk
the half
argument
of the
again.
stand.
True.
come on.
Them man say Van Dijk be man of the match in the Champions League final. What Ruben
That's
Dias
a
said.
joke. Let them know. Let them know. Maybe they ain't got 3 more months with that.
Yeah, now buy back Brewster.
Yeah. So one.
Mm-hmm.
Who just said
Alright.
buyback Brewster? Them man they look tripping.
Liverpool put in the buyback clause. They're fool, But anyway,
I mean,
I see they want back Sterling. They better bring 150.
And they want
150?
Coutinho, Barcelona
150
offering
for
them
But
back.
what is man? Yeah.
Who?
150 for Sterling?
No, they
Wow.
Barcelona owe them 50 million for Sterling, so they were saying that they would give him back
Coutinho.
in exchange for the debt.
Oh, okay.
50 for Coutinho. Not 50 for
Well,
Sterling.
you think they say 150 for Sterling like a while?
I said
How
it.
much
Y'all would sell-
150.
Honestly, how much y'all would sell Sterling for on the market?
No, just go for
I mean, what I mean?
Just
It's
go for
too
Arsenal.
big
No,
to the
just
sweet
go for
milk.
Arsenal.
Okay,
65.
time
And I'll pack a two, man.
Sterling,
You say
Sterling
65.
can't go for less than 90.
No,
Let's go for less
so
than
Moy.
90.
Me go for ask that to Moy. Seriously.
90?
How much should I sell Sterling for? No, Munchie,
65.
tap your wireless. Munchie, tap your wireless. How much should I sell Sterling for? You, Munchie, me ask you, how much should I sell Sterling for? And if you're chatting choppiness,
Okay.
come up on the show.
Okay.
the same man
Currently-
shouldn't start the championship.
Currently,
Remember that.
Sterling
currently,
costs
kill it.
around say 75. But Sterling
Moving.
generally not less than 90. Come on.
No, me not talk overall now.
It's
How much
overall
you-
like Sterling,
No,
Ryan
not
Sterling
overall.
right now.
How much you pay for him right now?
Right now,
Right now, today.
a good 60.
Yeah, I agree with 60. 55.
60 is
Yeah,
fair. We haven't
I
tried
will
the
go with
English
about
tax.
55. Yeah, I will go with that.
Negative.
60 with the English tax, my man.
I'm just saying, Moy.
Y'all just adding bias because y'all don't like the man.
No,
Despite
how
on
much
how
you
much
say, Moy?
Sterling is, I'm
I agree
I'm
with
saying
Joe.
at least
I'd pay
80
70 for him.
and 80,
Yo,
70
I
to
want to go off
90.
for Munchie,
No,
dog.
I'm
Munchie,
going with about.
and
I'm
you
going with
out?
about. No, I'm going with about. I'm going with about 55. 55.
So okay, so in this case, like that, Grealish is would go for more than Sterling and so.
Nah,
That's
Yeah,
what
right
you're
now,
yeah.
we
saying.
just
Yeah.
mark it.
Grealish
Let
is
me
young,
talk
bro.
about, let me talk about 80
When
for Grealish right now.
when
No?
when Grealish scores 100 mil and Grealish never even win 4 man of the match or player the month
Munchie.
or nothing.
Munchie.
But you say,
Remember?
I want good on Fuma Sterling that don't win young player of the year, don't
That you
score
never want to
18 goals
start.
or so, don't win
Remember
start for
the same man
England,
you
and
never
I can
want to start
criticize
Champions
Fuma
League.
Raheem
But
Sterling.
Munchie, remember
Come
when me
on.
there Antigua, Munchie, remember when there Antigua, I always say, I know how much them cost now, how much your club. Remember?
Willing to pay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that mean in a case that the club no want to let you go. So if you want that, come for you.
So when me come 150, how you want come down,
Who?
come at me
No,
just
no.
so.
Who? Sterling?
Tell about 2 big million and
Yeah,
pop of
but
Zoomers.
Nobody in
yeah,
Arsenal going for less, going for more than 20. So just hush him out
Whoa,
and come
okay.
on.
Yeah, you know,
wow,
you know, top it, triple
wow,
it. You know,
wow,
top it,
wow,
triple it.
wow,
You know,
You
Yo,
want
top
to
it,
spend
triple
money
More
it.
than
for
20.
Arsenal players?
yo,
wow,
wow.
I'm not going down a road, yeah. I'm closing the show. That's it.
Moi,
no,
Okay?
no,
Moi,
we
you
are
say,
Never
closing the
know
show.
what
That's
Shut
the
up,
going
real
on,
shut
some
up,
boy.
boy.
shut up,
Everybody
shut
have
up,
to
shut
bring
up,
in
Mike.
money to Arsenal
Closing
for
this show.
players.
Guys, don't
What's
let
that?
talk
Mike,
about
Josh,
this.
you can't on the show. Shut up
Where
and
you do?
answer,
Set
shut,
up on,
shut
where
up
you do?
and
Set
answer
up
now.
on me for 20.5. That's what you try to do. That's the closest you can get.
And that's the try to do.
Wow.
Okay, so that mean if I can't sell the man for more than 20, that mean you know good. That you say.
yo,
So if
shut,
That's
shut
what
them
Gabriel
and then
can
let
go
go
for
of girl for
Sterling.
free now.
20.5, how much Gabriel Jesus will go for?
A
And
Brazilian
pump
Like,
up 10
starter,
like battery, 2 double the
23-year-old.
battery.
he
Um,
can still go Arsenal squad until starting the team.
Just stop that. You personally even believe that. So just shut
I
up.
personally do. I
Okay.
personally do. You need
Plenty,
all the
plenty
help
shut
that you
up
can.
tonight.
So the
Mhm.
inform
Cup your
Raheem
hand.
Remember then
Sterling
say
is still
him
needed.
shouldn't start Champions League final now. Remember then say
The
he
man
shouldn't
just
start
upsetting no
Champions
one,
League
none of want
final.
his stuff.
And with that, have a good evening, all of you. It's
the
funny now. The more
form
you
is
argue,
temporary,
the more people
class is
come on the show.
permanent,
It's
How
Pepper
will
crazy.
they
said.
go final and
Yeah, but
one?
why you name the why you name the why you name the why you name the
Oh
dung there below
Lord.
me? Why you
Pembo,
name the
Pembo.
Pemberton.
Pembo? Oh, that tapping eyes over there, right?
Yo,
You need even have strike a big man. Just tapping eyes over there.
Oh
wait
boy.
me.
Right? The
Yo,
man
you
and he
did
don't
the
When me
strike
in
thing,
a
for
good
Drew.
win
striker.
for win the
You say
CL.
Timo Iron McKnight go had 27 goal chances now.
Partner, the
The boss
tapping
has
eyes down there,
27
right?
goal involvement. Just check the stats, right?
Because
So
all
Sterling
our
Me no
better.
want hear no
strikers,
man that go final. Me no want hear
all our
nobody that
strikers
go
on them.
finals and lose, boy. I mute me. Me no want hear nobody
Wow,
that go
Oh,
final.
wow,
I can
Champion,
see
they
your
go
I
find
will
So
doesn't
see
make
that
my number
sense.
means
one.
you should near yourself halfway, but Leicester City put a man on you.
Whoa.
Oh,
Stop.
Me say wait till
True.
we do.
Stats.
Oh, we try to do.
True.
No, I'm
yo.
just say, you say final, you
And
want to buy anybody will go final
So
and
that
lose.
means you
So
should mute
Yo,
yourself if
different, you know,
Sterling
basically,
go
how the
finals and
Arsenal people
lose.
can chat so much now, no. And then they go to
Well,
no,
semi-final
no,
and
no,
win.
but more, hear me say, Al Cavani
never
can
talk
go
to me
Chelsea and
nice.
start.
What?
What you say?
Me no care
Al
who come and
Cavani can
start now.
go
Me win my
Chelsea and
trophy
start.
regardless.
That
All
is
the
that's
true
strike
true.
me
though.
But if
hard now.
That's
Me say
actually
win my
true.
trophy with them.
Mm.
okay,
So
Okay.
before we close the show, why,
all the top eight
why isn't
strikers
there
can
love
go Chelsea and start.
for Bruno Fernandes? Like
Oh Lord
nobody.
of mercy.
No, 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 no.
No,
I'm
no,
being
Munchie. No,
serious.
Munchie.
No,
Munchie.
if KDB had Bruno stats this season, it would have
Oh
been like
boy.
whoa, out of this world. But no, no, I'm a Bruno fan now. Just like I always say this,
Mm.
I'm a Bruno fan.
Mm.
But I just
Your
get
Mm.
coach.
We know this.
offended when they class him with KDB. That's all. But all I'm saying, the guy's stats this season is ridiculous, and not
Mm.
even the media. You see people talking about this guy's stats. I
In
think
English.
I,
That's why.
not about
But when you win,
English.
but when you win Euros with Cristiano, everybody can stop talk. Right? So there we go.
I mean, when Bernardo
Right?
win Euros with Cristiano,
Okay,
'Cause-
can we agree? Can we agree? You have Bernardo and Ruben
When-
Diaz. I have Cristiano. He's
When
my
both
boy.
of them.
And come on, Portugal side look amazing right now, man. I mean,
You forget
even Liverpool
Cancelo.
people can talk. William, good morning for Liverpool.
Yeah,
Jota.
nothing on Sweden now.
Jota, think about that.
Yeah, keep it
Jota
on
and
Sweden for
Cristiano
Euros.
and
France and
Felix
Germany come out of that
and
group.
Bernardo.
And tomato.
France and
I
Germany
tell
come out of that group now.
y'all
tomato.
sleeping on Sweden for Euros. Just watch out for them.
Just cause Zlatan back.
Okay.
Zlatan
Alright.
never gone
We'll
away.
do a preview and let's
You
have a
can't
wonderful
go far
evening.
to that.
Nobody say anything crazy, okay? All right, start up nobody for that time. Thanks, fans, everybody.
Pep out.
Everything, as good as we say, time up and the show. Time up. Have a good night, guys. Thank you so much for supporting the show.
Ole in.
Thank you
Pep
for watching
out.
Island Fans. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you'll know when there are new videos and updates. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and like us on Facebook. Island Fans, for the passion of the game.